Hi everyone, Comic Reviewer here, this time reviewing on Yakuza Kiwami 2. Now, as you know, Yakuza Kiwami 2 is meant to be a remake of Yakuza 2, which came out on the PlayStation 2 back in 2006 in Japan, eventually getting a release in 2008 in North America, Europe, and also Australia. And the premise of Yakuza Kiwami 2 is meant to follow almost similarly to Yakuza 2, where the premise of the game takes place 1 year after Yakuza and Yakuza Kiwami. We see how Kiryu is roped into another adventure, and where he's basically has to help the Tojo clan form an alliance with the Omi Alliance. And we kind of see the after effects of Nishiki's actions and kind of see how there was now repercussions because of certain actions where some people still loyal to Nishiki refuse to work with Kiryu. We kind of see how Daigo, who's meant to be the son of the man Nishiki murdered, refuses to help Kiryu, but after Kiryu knocks some sense into him, starts to become more like a friend and a mentor. And I would say the game is not too bad because we kind of see how the planned alliance falls apart when we kind of see how Ryoki plans to form his own clan and there's more truth about it going on. So we kind of see how Kiryu and a police detective work together to find out the strings together. And we kind of see how the police officer known as Karo and Kiryu form together. Now, I feel their relationship sort of works. They both basically have a tragic past, and both basically want to sort of put their lives back together. And I would say the gameplay is not too bad. I would say, yeah, it does use the same mechanics from Yakuza 6, which I think isn't a bad idea, as I felt Yakuza Kiwami used mechanics from Yakuza 0. So Yakuza Kiwami doing a different mechanic play does make sense. And of course, there are some new features added into the game. One of which you have Kiryu helping Majima basically with dealing with competitors with his whole construction project, which I think does work. And I would say that what I also do like about Yakuza Kiwami 2 is that it feels like it still keeps true to what the originals were. It still tries to keep up with the same wacky, over the top humour. And I do admit what I think the Kiwami games do right is fix things from the PS2, as I felt Yakuza on the PS2 was a bit of a mixed feeling of mine, as I feel there were a lot of limitations the PS2 had, while the PS4 and 3 were able to do things that I think no of the Yakuza games could have done. And at the same time, I do admit what I like about Yakuza Kiwami 2 is that it also kind of gives you a sort of time to explore new areas, because when you kind of go to the Omi Alliance, you end up near their territory, and you kind of get to see what their section is. And I also do feel when you kind of got the same backgrounds from where the Tojo clan are, it still feels the same thing, which I think does work. And I'm hoping at some point we will get a Yakuza Kiwami 3, as I want to see them fix things from the PS3 era and see what they could come up with. And yeah, there is also a Majima Saga storyline, which does tie up some loose ends, And also you kind of also have Majima meeting the same woman he helped back in Yakuza 0. And I think it's surprising as well that a lot of characters from Yakuza 0 do make an appearance. Some minor, some major, but not too many. So I think to me, Yakuza Kiwami 2 is enjoyable. It's a different taste of fresh air, but still keeping up to what Yakuza is. So I think it deserves a thumbs up. Still good, and still alright. So, Comic Reviewer here, signing out.